Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.
Track 3. Oh my god, it's a classic. It's a classic. Gin and Juice. Okay? We don't need to. 8+. Okay?
Moulz and Mel connect. 8+. Ding me, baby.
All right, listen. This is one of those songs, all right? If you don't like it, you ain't hip hop, you ain't black. Where's Biden to tell you?
And you ain't black.
Okay, this is we're in a lowrider. We got hydraulics. We got the bounce. Can we get much more West Coast than Gin and Juice? Okay? The synth.
I'll tell you
here.
what, Mel. I know you ain't had no sex, but we also know you ain't had no drink either.
I haven't. But here's the thing about that. As a kid, when I would hear this song, I didn't know what gin was, but I knew some juice.
Right.
So when I would hear that juice, I'm like, oh, I'm imagining me with like a cup of juicy juice. Oh my
now
god.
This might piss off the real alcos who listen to this show, which I do not consider myself a real alco. So
we know about Moulz. What do? You drink like half a White Claw and like put the rest away or something?
I can't even drink that shit anymore. It's too strong. I gotta just drink beer.
Wow. Oh, beer. Right.
Drink beer like Stone Ho.
Is that man miraculously? That man is like not an alcoholic, right? Like he's
what? Yeah, he's a fucking alcoholic.
Wait, he is?
Yeah, he's a fucking alcoholic.
No.
Yeah.
I've never actually. I mean, he always seems like he can. Like I've never seen no reports of him being like, you know.
I mean, just because he can hold his liquor doesn't mean that. Just because he can hold it doesn't mean that he ain't drunk. Same with Undertaker. He's always off that Jack Daniels.
Wow, didn't know this. Huh. All right. Well, I guess as my cousin said, Steve Cold Austin is an alcoholic. Learn something new every day.
I'd say he's a functioning alcoholic.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, how else are you a WWE legend if you can't function? But yeah.
A lot of the boys back then were fucking alcoholics, bro. Cena was like a straight alcoholic for many years.
John Cena?
Yeah, he used to go out and like drink every night after the shows.
No, not John. Not John.
Yeah.
Not the Marine.
The Marine.
No.
The very same. He used to party hard.
I would think he'd drink more later. All that like coming out and talking to the camera. Time to go. Time to make the donuts. Whatever he be saying.
He doesn't drink at all anymore these days.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
He's an adult man now, somewhat.
Okay. Yeah, look. Gin and juice. All right. You don't have to drink.
Dude,
whatever
gin is awful. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, is it?
What's with so this gross.
Gin and tonic? Is that a thing? That's a thing,
yeah,
right?
It's also gross, but it's worse than gin and juice. But tonic is its own thing. It's like tonic water.
Let me see. Gin.
Gin has a very, very distinct and disgusting taste to me.
Is it a class? Is it its own class of alcohol? Like, because
yes.
I had to learn, like, you know, Hennessy is a type of, what is that?
Well, Hennessy is the brand of cognac.
Right, cognac. Right.
No, gin is gin. It's like tequila, gin, vodka, cognac.
Like Jack Daniels, that's a brand of whiskey, right?
Whiskey, yeah.
Right. Okay. So gin is a type of alcohol.
Yes, it's gin.
Okay, got it. But you say it sucks.
It tastes like utter shit. It's ugh. Shit tastes like Pine Sol smells, basically.
Ugh.
It's very bad.
That's what's the commercial? That's the power of Pine Sol, baby.
That's the power of fucking Pine Sol right there. That gin, okay?
Oh, man. Yeah, gin and juice. You don't have to drink gin and juice to appreciate this. We can just skip right to it. This chorus, 10 out of 10. Do I even need to say that? I guess I do because we have a show, but...
I had like little notes on this one because I feel like most of the stuff is self-evident. But, you know, once you hear that pouring, you know what time it is. Perhaps the greatest G-Funk single of all time. Some of the most iconic opening bars in rap history.
Oh, bro, I literally wrote with so much drama in that. Well, I didn't write that. Snoop wrote it, but with so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G, but I somehow, some way keep coming up with funky ass shit like every single day. I said iconic.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely iconic.
Oh my God.
The beat, I mean, if you look up a G-Funk beat in the rap dictionary, this is the beat that comes up.
Yeah.
And the chorus, beyond just being highly influential, is a completely money chorus.
Bro, it came on this week. You know how, like, a song's a classic, so you don't listen to it that often, but you actually have to sit down and listen to it, like, for this show. And I popped like it was the first time I ever heard it. Like...
Rolling down the street, smoking endo, sipping on gin and juice, laid back.
With my mind on my money.
With my mind and my money, and my money on my mind. That's another fucking iconic, classic, historical, etched in stone lyric on this whole thing. I mean, there's... This thing really is a very influential album, and this single still holds up. It's still... All those feelings...
Certainly.
You know, I got from this back in the day. I still do now. Snoop, I mean, I've always called him a flowing ass dude.
Yes.
I think he's the most natural rapper of all time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he ranks for me on my list of best and favorite rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody sounds more natural rapping on a beat than Snoop Dogg. And on this album, to me... At different points, including this song, he comes out on his first album, to me, already sounding fully fleshed out as a rapper.
Man, which is crazy to think about, because for all of the artists that are put in front of us now, it seems like they get younger and younger, and a lot of them feel like they could, you know, use some development, you know, which makes sense. They're young. But like for a guy to come out and just sound this fully formed is like... I wrote perfect verse alert on all of these, and not necessarily because of the content, but because there's being in the pocket as a rapper, and then there's being the damn pocket.
He is the pocket.
Okay?
He is the definition of the pocket. He is a flowing ass dude. He flows like water through every beat he's ever rapped on.
It's like...
And in a way that never sounds labored. Never sounds like he's overthinking
right, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. I think later on, it's like, it sounds effortless.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it does not sound like, and there's like no energy exerted. It's like, and yet every rapper should aspire to sound as natural as Snoop Dogg does. Like, he never sounds like he shouldn't be there. Like,
you know what? Sometimes I say, like, I mentioned on the Pusha T album, First Listen, when he's doing the Missy was the only misdemeanor, all that.
Yeah.
I find that, like, sometimes it's just like this sort of like whiny delivery sometimes rappers do grates on my nerves. Snoop Dogg is the opposite of grating on my nerves. He's never been irritating to me. At best, he's just there. At worst, he's just there.
Right.
At best, I sometimes feel like I'm hearing some of the best stuff I've ever heard in my life. Right. No exaggeration. Like, he, to me, breathes rapping.
I mean, facts, man. It's just like facts, bro. Like, and I mean, look, and this is not to downplay the content, because specifically, it's like the things he says are not just like in one ear and out the other. I mean, like, there's humor in what he did. Like, talk about a complete rapper. I mean, the conviction's there. He can be humorous at times. He can be, like you said, a flowing ass dude, you know? He says things like, I mean, just even those iconic opening bars, relatable. It's like everybody, you know, wakes up and feels like it's so hard being themselves, but like this confidence, but somehow, some way, you know, I keep coming up with funky ass shit.
Dude,
like
the first rap I ever wrote, Mel, the opening bars. Okay, with so much drama in the NYC, it's kind of hard being LYLE.
Wow. Will you ever bring that back for an official record?
No,
Oh,
but it has to be what it was.
Okay.
But nothing else will be able to be that, you know?
I think
this is I mean, this is still very foundational.
Foundational. That's a good word. I mean, these are the blocks that rap, was built upon,
So it's much so, we hear on this very album stuff that Jay-Z took not just for Reasonable Doubt, but for the blueprint on this very album.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I forgot to mention, but like even that bass line and G-Funk intro throughout this very album, you hear just slight variations on it. Like,
that's the G-Funk sound, though. I mean, that was the same deal on the Chronic.
Exactly. And it works. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
But this is the trumped up Chronic, bro. This is like everything that was good on the Chronic has been infused with like extra, like the farty sort of bass lines are extra fucking stinky and farty,
Yeah.
Like, I just feel
They're
like
wet
this
farts
is some.
now. They're wet.
Oh yeah, these are some wet, stankin' ass farts. All right, like, even the best songs on the Chronic, they weren't. They didn't have like the synths, and they didn't have the bass in it. Like all the way, mixing evolved so much in just a year. Rap, from 92 to 93.
And what's crazy is you were saying in part 1, Dre mixed this in 2 weeks? Or no, 48 hours, right?
It's just like
that can't be true, right? That has to just be like some, myth making.
That's myth making, yeah, of course, right?
It's gotta be, right?
Man,
I've mixed records. Like, you can do it,
that shit, bro.
But,
like, everything that Dre did right on the Chronic, and we're just gonna go with the conceit that Dre did all of this stuff.
Right.
Everything he did right on the Chronic, he kept, and anything that was lacking on the Chronic has been addressed. So, like, this is a fully patched Chronic, in my opinion.
Right.
This is that funk, man. Yeah, this is really that fucking. This is bringing funk into rap proper.
Right.
And you get that George Clinton up top in that G-Funk intro, too, to let you know what time it is. I mean, this is a funk album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if you're hitting it from the back, it's Doggystyle. You right next to the booty hole,
Doggystyle.
So you're going to smell funk.
This man said Doggystyle.
I didn't say Doggystyle. I said Doggystyle.
Run it back, folks.
Oh man! If I said Doggystyle, just send me a picture of like dog smiling, no context, and I'll know. Just tweet it at me, folks, and I'll know. Okay, I said it.
This fool won't remember.
No, I'll remember. I'll remember. If I see a smiling dog, it's like, oh, I did say it. Okay, but
yeah, folks, don't drink gin. Don't
drink gin. Definitely drink juice. I just had some orange juice. My favorite juice these days.
That's the juice from Gin and Juice.
Orange juice?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to that.
Give me one of them mimosos instead, all right? Me and the third member like them mimosos.
I was on that Tendo not too long ago. Not Nintendo.
Oh, that Tendo?
No, the Tinder.
Oh, Tendo.
Yeah, many years ago. And there was this girl up near Champaign. And I was like, oh, she's cute. So we did match, and I messaged her something because she had like this drink. And I was like, that looks like good. Like, what is that? And she was like, it's mimosa. And that was the last thing they ever said to me. I know what you're thinking, like, that's an anticlimactic story. It's like, but now I always associate mimosas with this girl that
this is my
that.
beef with this woman. You can't be from Champagne and be drinking champagne drinks. That's too on the nose. Don't drink mimosas. Drink something else.
Yeah.
I got some Archivo here, Mel.
Oh, Archivo. Okay.
I got they did actually from like a whole Jackin' for Beats sort of moment on We Got It for Cheap Volume 3. I got clips in the Re-Up Gang over Gin and Juice. And we also have Nipsey Hussle over Gin and Juice from the Jack and Dre beats. I think that's what it was from. The Jack and Dre beats freestyle. So
okay,
let's check those out.
All right. Here's some clips for those of you who think we hate Pusha T. Here you go.
Now that the big load has came in, got them bricks on the skid, nigga, just say when. In the bed with my bitch, I hit main man. Then the plane gon' land, exact change, get them things in hand.
Cook it till it's tan, the Pyrex like Peter Pan. Get it in a jiffy, I peanut butter the purest grams. Underhand pitch like Little League in Japan. I got them running base like I sent the ball in the stands.
It's light in the tunnel, I cram to understand. 9 keys crammed in a Louis Vuitton duffel bag. They like to see a player dead in the streets. Fuck it, I'm sky high, getting hit on the beach.
With a bad bitch that I met overseas. She favor Alicia, I call her A keys. I just played it cool, she felt me like AC. And the jewels don't hurt, she see them in HD.
On the road to riches and diamond rings. Real niggas do real things. Hanging with the bitches is the song I sing. Real niggas do real things. On the road to the riches and diamond rings.
That's Pusha T, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know what y'all been listening to. All right.
I don't know what happened to, like, I mean, unless it just the only answer is age, that sort of brash delivery and that slickness.
I blame Pharrell. I blame because I read something recently where in some interview he was talking about, he talked to Push, and Push was like content to be like a quote unquote mixtape rapper. And Pharrell was like, nah, you gotta be more than that. No, you don't gotta be more. There's no shame in that. Okay?
Right. Not when
this
you were
is what
one
made
of the
you
best.
elite, man.
Not when you were one of the best mixtape rappers. And when you
right,
grafted,
you weren't just a mixtape rapper. Okay?
Well, not only just not a mixtape rapper, you may have the greatest mixtape of all time. We'll see about that one of these days. But Mel, they took that style and grafted it onto Hell Hath No Fury with the Neptunes, and they made an album which was highly critically regarded. And, you know, that was still very much Pusha in his prime. So
yeah.
What are we talking, like, what, Pharrell? And you know what? Pharrell went away, too. I mean, he was only doing a couple tracks here and there for Pusha over the years.
Yeah.
You know, and when it was all Neptunes on the album front and then the mixtapes were coming, it was a different vibe. Now, go and listen to that It's Almost Dry review and really sit with yourself, too, and think about that.
I need that Tyler, the Creator drop. Look, I'm Pharrell, dumbass. Hey, that's what we need.
Well, all right.
Yeah, we got
R.I.P.
Nipsey,
Nip.
right?
We got Nip over Gin and Juice.
Gotta love it. Jackin' for Dre beats. All right.
Yeah, he starts off with Gin and Juice, so you could just fade it after that.
Okay, here we go.
This is a DJ CD exclusive.
Yeah, neighborhood. Tiny blokes do the most. Nip hustle in this motherfucker. Slauson boy, you niggas already know what it is. Hood shit. Y'all a little throwback. Like this. Look, with so much drama in the RSC, most of these niggas in LA ain't got the heart to beat, so don't come around my way. Young niggas in the back shooting dice on the roof with K's. Now as I step out my spot and put my keys in my car, dipping down the shore, made a left on Hot Park, seen some more brand niggas looking shady. Through up my hood, they start laughing, trying to play me. 60 degrees, got me rolling up my sleeves. Reaching for my Ruger, that's behind my AC for she's. I pull up on them slow and hell no, I ain't hesitate to squeeze, cause I'm a tiny low line presser. You might mess up, make the wrong turn off, Slauson and learn a life lesson. Max with extended magazine.
I think we played that during the that part of the freestyle during the 2001 review.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, look, R.I.P. Nip. I mean, he got the early. Remember the Snoop comparisons? You know,
yeah,
he looked like him. You know, it was like.
Well, Snoop co-signed him too. They were doing records together, going back all the way to like 06, I believe.
You know. Yeah, shout out to Nip. Just hearing the beat though, it's like those drums, like, they're so punchy. It's like in the momentum. I just like, you know, this is what hip hop is for.
Come on now.
Oh my god. Yeah, look, man, you know that new it's a new like Lil Wayne reaction video is going around. It's like on a podcast or something. He's like, ooh, ooh. Oh, you've probably seen it. Okay,
I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Okay, well, that was my reaction listening to this. I had the Kobe Bryant gif where he's like making the stank face and he throws up the 10 with the slam at the slam dunk contest.
This is a classic, man.
Come on, this song is come on. If you're not
at least
to this,
if you're not at least giving this thing a flat 8, the fuck out of my face.
Get out of here. Get out of here. All right. Only way I'll accept a 7 is if you ain't black. If you white and you 7, well, whites will probably give it like a 9 or a 10.
Oh, they give it.
Whites love Snoop, you know. But yeah, look, folks, they
love with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. You know.
Of course they do. They got all the daggone money, but yeah, I don't have much else to say. Lines that stand out 2 a.m. and the party's still jumping because my mama ain't home. It's like this is either a testament to how young he is at the time, like still living with his mama, or you know, say he was older, it'd be a testament to how, quote, ain't shit he is. If you're throwing parties.
You know what's weird? What always, like, what line pops out for me?
What's that?
The opening of, I believe, the second verse. Now, got me some Seagram's gin.
Yeah. That stood out to
I don't know why that... No, it doesn't stand out to me. It's just a line that loops in my brain unrelentingly as a disembodied phrase. And I don't like gin.
Got me some Seagram's gin.
Although I never had the Seagram's gin.
Maybe you got to get the Seagram's.
Yo, get that pause ready. The gin I had was called Beef Eater.
Oh, I've seen that.
And there's like this British guy walking with like this like spear or something.
All right, yeah, we're gonna hit the drop on that. Here you go.
Look that up. Beef Eater.
Yeah, no, I've seen it in stores, and I've always been like, I don't know if I want to drink a beverage called Beef Eater. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna drink
Believe
like raw
me,
steak
you really
blood
don't. You don't want to drink it because it's terrible.
Okay.
And
I see. This is from that London.
You see that, Brit?
Yeah, I see him. Is this a Beef Eater? The man.
That's
himself?
Beef Eater, bro. That's the big. That's the big Beef Eater right there.
Now I see him dancing to daggone gin and juice. That might get him over.
That's who you see if you drink too much of that gin. That's what happens. That he shows up.
The Beef Eater man, right?
The Beef Eater shows up. The Beef Eater shows up to give you dough.
Oh God. Oh no.
So you don't.
That's assault.
It's a cautionary tale. You're not supposed to drink that poison.
Oh, this is apparently a title of like this type of like a beef, because when you type Beef Eater, people who look like this pop up. So like, what is their role? Let me see. The Beef Eater name was carried over to the Yeoman Warders. A Beef Eater is like the people who are out front like guarding the freaking. Okay, well, shout out to the Beef Eaters.
The Palo?
Okay. Yeah, I think the Palo. Yeah,
this man just says shout out to the cops.
The
damn babos.
It's 187 on a motherfucking beef. Okay. That's what they were saying over in Jolly.
That's why, you know what? That's why they were drinking Seagram's gin, because it's fuck the police, you know? So they don't even mess with Beefitos.
Okay. Well,
and I don't either. All right? I'm letting it be known right now. England, get your act together. I'm sick of these Beefitos.
Oh, brother. I don't know how prominent they are these days, but what gets me on this record is like the whole, I got bitches in the living room getting it on and they ain't leaving until 6 a.m. So what you want to do? Shit, I got a pocket full of rubbers and my homeboys do too. Turn off the lights, close the doors. But what? We don't love them hoes. We'll hear a lot about him not loving hoes on his album. But this traumatized me this week, really listening to it. You know, you're a fellow man. You know that fear of like, He says they ain't leaving until 6 a.m. So clearly he's player. He's got him there for the whole night. You know that fear of like getting a girl over the house, but like you're scared of them getting bored and like leaving? Or is that, did I just snitch on myself?
No.
Think to your younger years. I mean, this shouldn't be happening as an adult, I guess. But it's like,
well, no, I've been in the same relationship now for very long, and I live with her, so it's a different arrangement now. But in my younger days, trying to think.
I'm just like, you know, there was a time in college, you know, I had a crush on this girl, and like I told my roommates, like, oh, she might stop over before we go to class, and like she's texting me and everything, and I clean up the whole house.
What's the nature of the visit, though?
I guess just to hang out, you know. Before, yeah. So I was all excited. I cleaned up the whole crib.
This isn't a trice, is what you're saying.
No. We were still friends. I mean, we're friends now, but like
it's a different arrangement. It's a different arrangement. Then it's just a different.
But
vibe.
The thing is, she flaked though. She was like, actually, I'm just gonna go straight to class.
Well, that's the perils of it not being a trice, you know.
Well, this would happen even if it was a trice, though. I mean, there was, when I was working at Vines when I was like 18, my friend Christian will tell you, we had this coworker, Lila. Now, she was dating another coworker, and I wasn't like trying to get at her. But, you know, Christian came over the house, and he's like, I'm like, you know me, I was the fake, like, yo where the hoes at? You know? But it's like, I'm not built for that. But he's like, are you serious? Do you really want me, like, it's like, well, you know, we can see if Lila wants to come over. So, like, he calls Lila.
There was no chance of anything going down.
Oh, no.
In that manner.
Not at all.
Well,
we
then
were coworkers, and she was
you
dating someone else.
Yeah, then you definitely can expect to be flaked on. I mean, that's...
Well, the thing is, she showed up. She came to the house.
Oh, she showed up.
She showed up, and I was like, oh, man, she's here, like a girl. And I was in the living room. You know those videos of me back in the day, like making beats, like in the living room?
Yes.
Same setup. And like she was over, and I'm like, well, she's here. Like I didn't plan for this. So like I got to entertain her. So like I just remember like sweating with like, she's sitting on my couch, and like my back is turned. I'm like facing the laptop. I'm like, I got to make a cool beat. Like I got to do something cool. And I was just being a complete dweeb. I might have been working on, like, you remember Women's The Beat Tape at the time? Like, god-awful beats. And, like, I just remember sitting on the couch, like, why am I here? Like, I remember seeing her expression. It's like, we ain't have no movie on. It's just, like, no food.
Right. Now, let me tell you something. The worst situation is when you think you're trying to just be cool with someone, but they think it's a tryst.
Oh, how do you maneuver that? How do you navigate that?
You see what's happening in front of you, and sell it.
Wow. So she's trying to, you know, get some dingling, and you just like, nah.
No, and you pretend like you don't even are aware. You're not even aware of what's
right.
Yeah,
okay.
You're just like, oh, she's just dancing like a weirdo. Cool. You know, and just try to like avoid it.
No selling Moulz is a classic character. That's hilarious. Okay,
I do remember like this chick came over once, and it was me and Mr. Chung, my roommate, and it was the summer. So David was working in Pennsylvania, so it was just me and Chung.
Mm-hmm.
And this chick came over. I thought she was just trying to chill, for real though. You know, I was not there to like have sex with her. And I remember I was rolling a blunt, and we were listening to a song with like Pusha T and Cardinal Offishall on it.
Okay.
And like she started like doing these like weird gyrations and like movements on the couch to the music. And I was just no-selling it. I was like, I guess like people just act weird, like when there's like weed. I guess I don't know. Like, well,
I mean, choosing your spot on a Pusha T Cardinal Offishall song is
I gotta find this song.
Choice.
We gotta play this song now if I can find it.
We do. I gotta hear it because it's like I don't know. Maybe it was more receptive to those vibes than I think. But yeah,
I want to say this is it. Is this it?
folks, while he's looking for that.
I think I found it. It's Lil Wayne.
Oh, but
It's Lil Wayne, Cardinal Official, and Pusha T. And it's called Swag.
But in Hollywood, it's Lil Wayne.
This is unbelievable. Okay. But yeah, she was like, I mean, she had her clothes on. And she was like fucking acting like very like sensual and doing these like interpretive gyrations and movements to this shit. And I was just completely no selling it. I was like, that is not happening right now in front of me. Like this bitch is not in here making a fool of herself like this. I can't believe this. Like, this is fucking insane. And I remember Mr. Chung looking at me like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like, he was looking at me crazy. Like, well, yo, like looking at me like,
Mr.
yo,
Chung was here.
And yeah, he was sitting in the living room. He was just sitting in the fucking living room, like, chilling out, vibing out to the music. And I think I, like, might have told him, like, yo, like, come, like, chill. I have a friend coming over. Like, I really did not think that she was trying to do anything.
Oh, man.
And, like, she just made it as awkward as possible to the point where he's looking at me like, yo, are you gonna, like, try, you want me to, like, go inside, or is this weird to you as well?
Somebody's got to deal with this woman.
Right, like, this, she's either getting fucked or, like, we're both gonna just no-sell this and look at her like she's, like, been possessed by something.
I feel bad for her now. I feel it too. I mean, it's a long time ago, but it's
I'm
just
not saying her name like you do, Mel. I'm keeping
I didn't say nobody's name. Oh, I did. But I don't know her. She gone. I don't know where she at.
All right.
I don't know her last name.
This was just weird. It was awkward. And then, like, we kind of just, like, hung around for, like, a little bit afterwards. And then it was like, all right, like peace. Like, because I just completely no-sold the whole sensuality of the gimmick, you know? I was just like, this is nonsense. Like, this is fucking nonsense. And the nerve to do this with another person in the room at that.
Well, sir, you're just too much.
Yeah, that's too much.
Here's the song, folks. The famous song that this girl was making a fool of herself to.
Finest DJ Semtex. Cosmo Official, Pusha T, Lil Wayne. It's called Swag, world premiere right here. When you hear and you say, yeah, that's it. Hell yeah, that's swag. That's my shit on the ambulance. Niggas having the fit. My verses are like Coke Jack. I can't quit.
Was she dancing to like the runbacks and scratches?
She wasn't dancing, bro. She was like fucking like doing body rolls and shit.
Oh. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm very sorry that happened to you.
It looked like she was getting fucked by ghosts from the movie Ghosts on my couch. I'm like, yo, what, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, you fucking weirdo? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you fucking rubbing your pussy on my couch? Like, what are you doing?
Moulz told her, when I tell that bitch, please race up off these NUTs because you get none of these.
No, you're not even off these NUTs. You're on our fucking couch in our living room. And we're just looking at you like, yo, what is this? Like, what is your deal? Like, why are you behaving in such a way? You know, so all I'm saying is, it's not all like.
All you're saying is Moulz don't love them hoes. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that sometimes, like, if you're throwing it at me, I'm just like, nah, like, this is insane. Like something's off about this.
Better be safe than sorry, you know?
And especially when, like, I don't catch those vibes, you know, as the kids say.
Oh, yeah.
See,
kids, here's the thing. When I say vibe, we've already established that it's a seductive vibe. So I can continue the conversation and just say vibes. Okay? You can't start with vibes.
I'm just under the impression this person's just trying to chill with me. Which I would be a fucking creep if I was just assuming every single woman who talked to me was trying to come over and have sex with me. That would be weird.
Yeah, it would be.
So, but I mean, She was just acting in a manner in which I found to be appalling. And my roommate, who's from a whole nother fucking country, was looking at me like, is this a seduction in America? Like, should I leave you two alone or what? And I'm looking at him like, I've never seen a human being behave in such a way. He's just acting like an animal here.
Oh, man.
Honestly, to the Cardinal Official song at that. I mean,
it's nuts. I don't know if that's definitely bad, but like you were in control. Like, you know, you could send her home. Like with me, I brought her over.
I didn't. I was just like pretending like this shit wasn't really going on when it was.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was worse for me because I was like, I'm the person who invited you over. Like, I have to be the host, and I'm sitting with my back to you, like struggling to, like, I guess, pop her, basically. It's like, you got to understand working at that grocery store. I mean, you worked like CVS and stuff. They got a playlist. Every day they play Jesse McCartney, Beautiful Soul, right? So I'm sitting in front of this thing.
They got the fire playlist at these places, by the way.
They can be good. They can be grating. It depends.
They're grating when you're there, but then they leave a lasting impression on you for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah. You know, so maybe it wouldn't have been, it probably wasn't the best choice. I'm like, well, I know she's heard this song because we hear it every day.
Oh,
so man, I'm like,
I sampling work song. You were popping your pussy on the couch, essentially. You were the girl.
Nelson with his back turned talking about.
And meanwhile, this girl from the grocery store is looking at Christian like me and Mr. Chung were looking at each other.
Like, he really think he's killing it on the boards right now, too. Like, the FLMP. Imagine being a girl sitting on the couch watching that be made. Like, you were invited to this place as if something was going to be happening here. And this is all that's happening. It just, the sins of my past. I still struggle to atone
just watch
for.
This deranged man hunched over his laptop, just bobbing his head like a mental patient.
The beat ain't even hard. It's not even hard. I should have played her that 4-page letter flip because that was probably done at that point and acted like I was making it in real time. You know, I could have kayfabed it. Anyway. Oh my God. Yeah, we're off the rails. Look, gin and juice, right? We're still with gin and juice.
Gin and juice, genitalia, you know, who knows?
It's all the same. Only other things I got to say, my childish folks, if you not like smiling like Freaky Fred to this, you ain't
childish folks. What is that? Like the Childish Gambino Facebook group you're in?
No, the people who watch Nickelodeon cartoons.
Okay. The children's media, the adult children's media,
the
enthusiasts.
Adult Children's Media Guild.
Yes.
ACMG. I got to work on the acronym, the name or whatever. But yeah, that. Gotta grin like Freaky Fred. The song, listen, we're doing Doggy Style, so let's just get this out of the way. If we're gonna be misogynistic, which we shouldn't be, we might as well get like that prime cut of misogyny. You know, this is like that good aged misogyny. Okay, it's misogyny that has endeared itself to the world in such a manner that it's kind of just accepted even amongst women. Like, it's Snoop Dogg, it's gin and juice. You know what? He's like, you know what, the hoes? I imagine women are like, you know what, the hoes? I mean. What are you gonna do?
Listen, you were saying your big granny, she wants to hear the pimp
talk. The pimp talk. I think probably you got to think too. She probably came up. I mean, actually, she still would have been pretty old by the time this guy came around, but or at least older. But like Rudy Ray Moore-esque, you know, it's like that talk, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And
so
there's
it's
a tinge of, you know, I think tongue in cheek with a lot of this.
So she enjoyed
Same with the Rudy Ray Moore. So
right. And
or
ultimately,
you can look at today like a Cat Williams even.
There you go. Right, that character. We know the character. So, and it's a feel-good record. I mean, we have other feel-good records coming up, but it's like, come on, laid back. Mind on my money, money on my mind, sipping gin and juice. It's like, you gotta feel good. Okay? I feel like Varnell Hill. Misogyny is delicious. Okay? The misogyny on this album is delicious. All right? Not every album, but here. Okay? So, gin and juice, folks. All right, it's a classic.
Think Future's misogyny is that Australian Wagyu, but this misogyny, this is that A1 Japanese Wagyu.
This is the real stuff. This is the real misogyny. The stuff that put misogyny on the map. Okay. Yeah, so.
Well, not quite. I mean, we still have 2 Live Crew.
No, good point. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, we'll get to them. We'll get to them one day. But anyway, Gin and Juice, long review, but classic record. It deserves it. So, whatever. You want to move on?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.